Imagine waking up one day and realizing that just a handful of tiny daily actions, no pills, no surgeries, no pricey treatments, could protect your memory, keep your joints moving, and even slash your risk for serious illnesses by as much as 90% all after age 60. Most people think it's too late to make a big difference. I'm here to tell you that science proves the opposite. In fact, your body and brain are still incredibly adaptable, but only if you give them the right signals every single day. I'm Dr. Mavis Thornton, a senior physician and wellness advocate, and you're watching Elderly Active Life, where we share daily, practical tips designed to help you thrive well beyond 60. Today, I'm sharing 6 of the simplest, most overlooked habits that can transform how you feel, think, and move, starting tomorrow morning. These aren't just tips, they're small levers that unlock massive, long-term change. And the best part? You can start all of them without leaving your home, without special equipment, and without spending a single penny. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll know exactly how to weave them into your routine, so they actually work, and why the order you do them in makes all the difference. So let's start. Habit 1, morning hydration. Let's start with one of the most underestimated yet transformative routines you can adopt. Drinking 1 to 2 full glasses of water immediately upon waking. I know, it sounds almost too basic to matter, but especially after 60, when our bodies are more sensitive to neglect, this habit can be life-changing. After you sleep for 6 to 8 hours, sometimes longer, you haven't had a sip of fluid. During that time, you lose water through breathing, perspiration, and natural metabolic processes. The result? Mild dehydration. You might not feel parched, but your body is already experiencing thicker blood, slower digestion, and less efficient oxygen delivery to vital organs like your brain, heart, and kidneys. For older adults, this can show up as stiff joints, sluggish bowel movements, a foggy mind, or that feeling of needing extra time to wake up. In the long term, chronic low-grade dehydration contributes to inflammation, which is a driving force behind heart disease, arthritis, certain cancers, and memory decline. Water first thing in the morning thins your blood, improves circulation, helps your heart pump with less strain, and kickstarts brain function. The brain is roughly 3/4 water, and even mild dehydration affects memory, focus, and reaction time, something backed by studies published in the Journal of Nutrition. There's more. Adequate morning hydration supports your body's natural detox systems, helping the liver and kidneys flush waste, lowering the risk of kidney stones, urinary infections, and even some cancers. Take the story of Harold, an 82-year-old retiree who was battling borderline hypertension and bouts of forgetfulness. His physician recommended starting his mornings with 16 to 32 ounces of room temperature water before coffee or breakfast. Within weeks, his blood pressure reading stabilized, his morning fatigue vanished, and he noticed fewer senior moments. He was shocked to realize he had simply been running on low hydration for years. How to apply? Keep a water bottle by your bed and make this habit non-negotiable. Start each day with water, then go about your morning. You'll be amazed at how much lighter and more focused you feel. Before we move on to the next habit, if you're finding this helpful so far, take a quick second to click the like button and subscribe to Elderly Active Life. We post new practical health tips for seniors every single day, and I'd love for you to be part of our growing community of people who are proving that life after 60 can be healthier, stronger, and more joyful than ever. Habit 2, daily brisk walking. The second habit is one I'm passionate about, a daily brisk walk. You don't need a gym membership, running shoes built for marathons, or hours of your day. What you need is consistency and purposeful movement. Walking engages your heart, lungs, muscles, joints, and brain all at once. It is one of the most effective ways to prevent or manage chronic illnesses, including cardiovascular disease, diabetes, arthritis, and even certain cancers. When you walk briskly for 15 to 30 minutes, your heart rate rises, sending oxygen-rich blood throughout your body. This nourishes the brain, lubricates joints, and helps muscles absorb glucose, keeping blood sugar in check. a benefit significant enough that the American Diabetes Association reports it can reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes by up to 30% in those at risk. For the brain, the impact is stunning. A 2018 neurology study found older adults who engaged in regular brisk walking had increased hippocampal volume. That's the brain's memory and learning center. More volume here means better recall and a reduced risk of cognitive decline. Walking outdoors brings extra benefits. Sunlight boosts vitamin D, which is vital for bones and immunity, and fresh air lifts mood. Consider Carol, 76, who faced high cholesterol and restless nights. She began walking just 5 minutes a day, slowly increasing to 20. In 6 months, her cholesterol dropped, her sleep improved, and her mind felt sharper. She also rediscovered her love for crossword puzzles. The psychological lift was just as profound. Walking gave her a renewed sense of accomplishment and control. How to apply walk with intention. Aim for a pace that quickens your breath without leaving you gasping. Swing your arms naturally to engage the upper body, and if possible, take your walk outdoors. Habit 3. Mindful diaphragmatic breathing. The third habit is a calming, restorative one. Mindful diaphragmatic breathing. It's more than just taking deep breaths. Practice deliberately for 5 to 10 minutes daily. This method activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's built-in rest and repair mode. In our fast-paced, stressful world, even in retirement, older adults often stay in a low-grade fight or flight state. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which increases inflammation, a major factor in heart disease, arthritis, depression, and memory problems. Mindful breathing lowers cortisol, slows the heart rate, and eases inflammation. A 2020 study in Frontiers in Physiology showed that diaphragmatic breathing improves heart rate variability, an indicator of cardiovascular health and resilience to stress. This breathing also stimulates the vagus nerve, which supports digestion, regulates blood pressure, and promotes better sleep and mood. Frank, 82, was doubtful about its value, but he committed to 10 minutes every morning. 2 months later, his blood pressure dropped, he felt calmer, and his ability to concentrate returned. So much so that he could enjoy his favorite books again. How to apply. Sit comfortably, place one hand on your belly, and breathe slowly so your abdomen rises, not your chest. Focus on the rhythm, letting thoughts pass without judgment. Habit 4. Cold water exposure. Habit 4 may surprise you. Short bursts of cold water exposure. This doesn't mean jumping into icy lakes, though some do, but simply ending your shower with 15 to 30 seconds of cool water or splashing your face and arms. Why does this work? Cold exposure creates a controlled stress response called hormesis. Your blood vessels constrict, then dilate afterward, boosting circulation and oxygen delivery. It also releases norepinephrine, which reduces inflammation, improves mood, and sharpens focus. Historically, humans experienced wide temperature variations, which kept our systems adaptable. Modern climate control has dulled this natural resilience. Cold water reintroduces that beneficial challenge. Studies, including one in Medical Hypotheses, 2016, show cold showers can ease depressive symptoms, while another in the Journal of Physiology, 2014, demonstrated improved immune function. For seniors, there's another benefit. Cold exposure activates brown fat, a metabolically active tissue that burns energy for heat, helping regulate blood sugar and weight. Gloria, 76, struggled with joint pain and morning fatigue. Reluctantly, she ended her showers with 30 seconds of cool water. Within weeks, her mornings were brighter, her knees less stiff, and her mood lighter. How to apply? Start with a few seconds of cool water and build up slowly. Even splashing your face can provide a refreshing jolt. Habit 5. Targeted breathing for brain and cellular health. The fifth habit builds on mindful breathing, but with a sharper focus. Targeted breathing for brain function and cellular renewal. Techniques like the 4-7-8 method, inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8, increase oxygenation, promote brain plasticity, and improve organ function. A 2020 study in Nature found controlled breathing can enhance the brain's ability to form new neural pathways, reducing cognitive decline risk and improving adaptability. These deep breaths also gently massage internal organs, improving digestion, toxin clearance, and nutrient absorption, areas that often slow with age. George, 81, faced memory lapses and insomnia. His daughter introduced him to the 4-7-8 method. Weeks later, he fell asleep faster. Months later, he could remember phone numbers without writing them down. His blood pressure even improved. How to apply? Practice in a quiet spot. Breathe deeply into the belly. Exhale longer than you inhale and repeat for several cycles. Habit 6, consistent sleep-wake schedule. The sixth habit is foundational, keeping a regular sleep and wake time, even on weekends. Many assume poor sleep is just part of aging, but that's not true. Aligning with your body's circadian rhythm, its 24-hour internal clock, optimizes hormone regulation, immune activity, and tissue repair. Disruptions like late nights or irregular schedules can lead to blood sugar problems, memory lapses, inflammation, and weakened immunity. A 2021 sleep medicine review study linked inconsistent sleep patterns with higher risks of heart disease, dementia, and Alzheimer's. Frances, 78, spent years battling restless nights and foggy mornings. Only when she committed to a strict 10 p.m. bedtime and 6 a.m. wake-up did her energy return. Her arthritis flare-ups became less frequent, and she woke naturally without an alarm. How to apply? Choose a bedtime that allows 7 to 8 hours of rest, avoid heavy meals and screens before bed, and create a calming wind-down ritual like reading or listening to music. Final thoughts. And there you have it, 6 straightforward, evidence-based habits that can reshape your health after 60. 1. Morning hydration. 2. Brisk walking. 3. Mindful breathing. 4. Cold water exposure. 5. Targeted breathing. 6. A consistent sleep schedule. These aren't just tips, they're a framework for lifelong vitality. Which habit will you begin with tomorrow? Will you reach for that morning glass of water, step outside for a brisk walk, or try mindful breathing for the first time? Share your thoughts in the comments. Our community at Elderly Active Life is built on your stories and encouragement. If you found value here, please like, share, and subscribe so you never miss your daily dose of motivation and health wisdom. Here's to living with purpose, joy, and energy every single day. I'm Dr. Mavis Thornton, wishing you health and happiness.